Now that is a way to start the season. With a 97-94 win on home court against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Raptors start the season 1-0. Congrats to Darko Rajakovic for his first win in the NBA as an NBA head coach. And look, it wasn't pretty, right? Only scoring 97 ain't the prettiest of things, but a win is a win, especially to start the year. And you noticed I wasn't clapping at the start of the video. I always say the entire offseason to think about it. I thought to myself that with no more Fred VanVleet, with no more Nick Nurse, and it really feels like a fresh start and a new regime for the Toronto Raptors, and it's a very new style of play as well, I thought it may be, maybe time to put the clapping aside. So that's what I decided to do. If you guys want it back, then let me know. But as of right now, that's where I stand. So let's break down this thing. All right. First quarter, it was quite sloppy for both teams, right? You notice in the first quarter that Anthony Edwards got hot, right? The Raptors got out to like an 8-0 lead at one point, and they're feeling real good. But then Anthony Edwards comes out, and he was on fuego, and he scored the first 10 for them. Raptors had a tough time scoring in that first quarter. Scotty Barnes struggled mightily shooting the ball in the first quarter. Didn't have a point in the first. But man, oh man. He was still 25-25 after the first quarter. So not bad. You go to the second quarter, and man, the ball movement starts moving around. The active defense, OG Anunoby started locking down on Anthony Edwards and really contained him pretty much for the rest of the game. Like, I understand Anthony Edwards ended the game with 26 and shot 8 for 27. Considering he started the game 3 of 3, you guys can do the math. What is that, 5 for the next 24 or something like that? OG Anunoby put the clamps down on Anthony Edwards and did an absolutely phenomenal job all game long. Look, he had 26 points and 14 boards. Doesn't seem like it was a clamp down, but considering how this game started, really did a great job, did OG. You win the second quarter 28-26, and you come out in the third quarter, and your offense can't get it going. And it was the story last year, and we had a feeling it wouldn't change too much this season. The half-court offense just really struggling. You only scored 20 points in that third quarter. You allowed 23, and you were down by 1 heading into the fourth quarter. But you noticed right away when the fourth quarter got going, the energy level on the defensive end really picked up. Whether it was Scotty blocking shots, whether it was OG just guarding anybody any which way. And Pascal Siakam, the numbers suggest struggled shooting the ball, but knocked down a couple really big threes in that fourth quarter. And you end up winning the fourth quarter 24-20, including a couple really nice plays. I got to try and remember them. So OG, when they tried to go inside on Rudy Gobert, OG kind of poked the ball away as the pass was coming in, and that led to the fast break. I believe that was the play that led to the Pascal really nice pass to OG, or no, the Scotty really nice pass to OG for the dunk. It could have been a different play. I could be totally wrong, but both of those plays were gorgeous. Hey, it's my first game of the regular season as well. I'm a little rusty here, but we're getting there. And Scotty Barnes obviously waiting there with like 19 seconds left to dunk that thing home to put you up by 6. It was a satisfying win. 24-20 in the fourth quarter, and you win 97-94. Like I said, was it the prettiest game? No, you only shot 40% from the field. It wasn't pretty. But you shot 40% from 3, and Dennis Schroeder was the highest scoring player in the Toronto Raptors today, dropped 22 in the game. Fred who? Oh, you mean the guy that lost by 30 to the Magic in Orlando? Yeah, tough one for Fred today in his debut with the Houston Rockets. I'm not going to say that Fred VanVleet shouldn't have gone to Houston because the money that guy got was off the charts. But boy, oh boy. Dennis Schroeder for like a third of the price, maybe even less than that? Yeah, I'll take it. Really nice night for Dennis, and we'll break down the team stats first before we jump right into the player stats. And the player stats I want to go into depth because I want to take each player and talk about them personally. So first off, the team stats. Raptors shot 40% from the field to their 34% from the field. So again, defensively, the Raptors were scrappy all game long. 40% from 3, 14 for 35, whereas they were 26% from 3. And Anthony Edwards, made half of those threes. He was 4 of 8, I believe, from distance, or 4 of 7. Rebounding, you knew you were going to get slaughtered there, right? With Rudy Gobert and Karl-Anthony Towns on the other side, you knew the paint was going to be clogged. They won that battle 62-47, and on the offensive glass, 16-8. But the Raptors, and what have we talked about all preseason? The new look offense of moving the ball around, sharing the rock. And yet again today, they do that. 27 assists today for the Raptors. 27 assists on 36 made field goals. Awesome. Awesome stuff there. Turnovers, where are we here? We had 14 turnovers, so they're 14, so it is what it is. Where the Raptors dominate. Fast break, do you know what I mean, right? The half-court offense wasn't great, but when you get in the fast break, again, it's typical Raptors offense the last few years, 34-12 in the fast break. You dominated there, no doubt about that. Now, let's get to these players' stats, because there's a lot I want to touch on. Jakob Poeltl got the start at the 5, and I thought he was great. Nothing was forced to him, but he was a dominant force under the tin. Only played 23 minutes, but had 7 points, 11 rebounds, 1 dime shot, 3 of 3 from the field, 1 of 4 from the free throw line. You know what you're going to get from Yak at the stripe. But had a steal and a block in the game, was a +8. OG Anunoby defensively was shaky early on, right? Because he was obviously Anthony Edwards' primary defender to start the game, so it was a little shaky to start. Pascal ended up getting the first stop on Anthony Edwards and went back to OG, and he locked it down from there. 20 points, 6 boards, 1 dime. Shot 7 of 13 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 of 9 from 3. 2 steals, 3 blocks for OG Anunoby. Yet again, going for his Defensive Player of the Year stuff and doing very well in Game 1 of the season. Scotty Barnes, remarkable. I mean, offensively, like I said earlier in the video, first quarter he struggled from shooting the rock, but 17 points, 8 boards, 5 assists, 2 steals, 5 blocks for Scotty. Shot 6 of 16 from the field, was 4 of 6 from the line, 1 of 4 from 3. But man, he gave you everything. The energy from minute 1 to minute 48, he was locked down tight. I loved it. What a game for Scotty Barnes in his first game of the season. I just loved the effort from him right from tip-off. Dennis Schroeder, as I mentioned, just a hell of a first game for him. 22 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists for him. 8 of 17 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line, 4 of 8 from distance. And actually, no steals, no blocks or anything, but was a +10. A team-high +10 was Dennis Schroeder. And you know what? You know what else is great? Not playing guys 40-plus minutes and have them dead tired in a close game late. It's beautiful, isn't it? The top minutes today, Scotty Barnes at 37 minutes. And you needed every bit of that. Right, let me read off the minutes. Jakob Poeltl played 23, okay? OG had 20, that's minutes. 33 for OG, 37 for Scotty, 34 for Pascal, who struggled, like I mentioned, 15, 7, and 6. 5 of 17 from the field, but like I mentioned earlier, knocked down 2 big threes late in the game, was 3 of 5 from distance, had a steal in the game, and he was a +7. Struggled shooting the rock at 5 of 17, but overall the game was really good from Pascal. He played 34 minutes, Dennis played 32, and even your bench, Gary, played 26. Precious played 24, and when he was off the pick and pop and just driving to the lane, it was great for Precious. When he started to handle the ball a little bit more, not great, right? Gary Trent, 5 points, 2 boards, 2 dimes, shot 2 of 8 from the field, was 1 of 4 from 3, a steal and a block. You need him to start shooting better off the bench. It's going to be such an important piece for this team, him being that 6th man and being so important when everybody's healthy, obviously. Precious Achiuwa, as I mentioned, was really good early on with all the rolls to the tin. 8 points, 8 boards. I think 6 of those points were in the first quarter alone, but you love the effort from him. 4 of 9 from the field and -5 on the floor, but your bench didn't kill you, and that's something that's really important. 16 minutes for Jalen McDaniels, didn't score, missed all 3 shots he took, but had 2 boards, couple assists, a steal, and a block. Only a -3 was on the floor. The only player that I had a tough time watching was Malachi Flynn. And is this just a really bad matchup for him with those massive guys on the inside? Yeah, it's quite possible, but I would have loved to see him shoot the 3 a little bit more then, if that's the case. But he had 3 points, couple assists, 1 of 3 from the field, made the 1 3 he took, had a steal in the game, had 2 turnovers, had 4 fouls in 9 minutes, and was a -14 while he was on the floor. A really tough night for Malachi Flynn. But overall, effort, sharing the rock, and I love it. Not being complacent, not just taking a tough shot just to take a tough shot. If it's not there, swing it. Find somebody else. Find the better shot. They did that today. You would have liked to see them make better shots from the field, but knock down 14 threes, you won the ball game. And you're 1-0. That's really what matters. Now, the Raptors had 3 games in 4 nights, so they're back in action on Friday night as they're in Chicago taking on the Bulls. It's an 8 p.m. tip-off there, taking on DeMar and the Chicago Bulls. And then on Saturday, welcome back Nick Nurse. Just like that, Saturday, October 28th, the Raptors welcome in the Philadelphia 76ers to town at 7:30 on Saturday night. It's going to be a doozy there. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the first game of the season, hit that like button. I do appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. You guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game, thoughts on the win, all that stuff down below. Twitter, Discord. By the way, Twitter, I'll be on there a lot more recently, not a lot more this year. I've been doing it for a lot of Leaf games. I'm going to be doing it for Raptor games as well. Twitter is down below, or X is down below, so follow up there if you've not done so already. Discord, TikTok, all that stuff is down there as well. And I will talk to you guys Leafs edition tomorrow night as they're in Dallas taking on the Stars. 8 p.m. puck drop there as the Leafs can make it 3 in a row. Who's in net? We'll have to wait and see. And as for the Toronto Raptors, like we mentioned, they're playing 3 games in 4 nights to start the season. So their next game is on Friday night as they're in Chicago taking on the Bulls. 8 p.m. tip-off there. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and game 1 of 82. Talk to you guys then.